Hi Valerie, can you hear me okay? I've yes, sea drills. Okay, am I loud enough? As I've changed the gain on my mics. Excellent. Okay, I've installed a new network switch up here which has got a fan running on it. Can you hear that in the background at all? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to near where the switch is, where it's a bit noisier. And if you can put it in the chat, if you can hear it in the background, if it becomes too noisy. So I'll just actually, if I put this up, move the camera up a bit. You can see what I'm doing, so you can see the mess. Right. So I'm stood up beside it now. I'm just wondering, can you hear the fans in the background? Because it is quite noisy. I don't want it to be creating a hum or a noise in the back of the live stream. Right. I'll walk back over, see if I can see the chat. No, you didn't hear the fans? Okay. Yeah, I did enjoy the show. You can see I've had a haircut since the show, Valerie. I was watching back the footage I'd taken. I thought, I really need a haircut. So had it trimmed. Yeah, because one thing I noticed of the footage I took up there, the background noise was very loud in it. I tried to filter out as much as I could from the video. We'll see the video tomorrow, it's out. So I made some adjustments to the mics to try and filter out the background noise. So I just want to make sure that the switch that's running in here, it's not being picked up by the mic and can hear it in the background and it becomes annoying or distracting. No, not yet. I'm planning to do that maybe over the weekend. I'm going to get it out and do a video on it, unboxing, and just go through the Marklin set. Because I've never used Marklin. I thought it'd be nice to get it out for people who don't have Marklin or don't know about it. I know Dino, Model Shed Dino, has gone over to Marklin, and of course Anthony Dodge does Marklin. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. Might as well stay on live for a little while I'm working here. Let me just get that to stay. Sorry for that. Oh. Right, hang on. I'm just going to move that down a minute. I'm going to get one of my clamps just to hold it in place. What do you mean use a gate if you wanted to? What does that mean? That's a term I'm not familiar with. Where did I put my clamps? I have on my, oh God, I forgot I took that out. I have on my video software, I do have some on the software, there's noise reduction you can use to remove background noise, and it does remove some of it, but not all of it. Somewhere to put this. This is what happens when you do a live stream ad hoc without putting much thought into it. That's a bit better. Noise gates and noise signals register below. So is that a physical piece of hardware, or is that something I can do software wise? Sorry, phone's going off. That's probably YouTube telling me I'm live. Yeah, I will be live tonight, Valerie. So I'm just doing a test because these Rode mics, the gain on them was set quite high, so I turned it right down to see if I can get rid of some of the background noise. Also, I noticed the usual thing on some of my videos is it picks up my breathing, so I sound like Darth Vader. So I'm relaying these points here to give more of a straight coming into the throat. So it's coming straight off a curve. I wasn't given any issues, but I thought, well, that's the sort of thing it will give issues in the future. So I thought, right, I'll do that now. Well, at the moment, I'm just streaming straight to YouTube. I'm not using OBS. And normally my live streams go through StreamYard because I put them out on YouTube and Facebook. But I was thinking I might actually stop putting it out on Facebook because nobody really sees it on Facebook. It's all YouTube. So, cut my costs and get rid of StreamYard and just use YouTube to do the direct streams. Yeah, they are really good mics. It's just like with all this sort of stuff, it's a learning curve, learning how best to use it. Hi, Tom. How you doing? They work really well, and they have a good range on them as well. Like I can walk up and down here and seems to work fine. And when I use it in the railway as well, when I'm walking around. And they worked well at the train show on Saturday and Sunday when I was doing and having the twin mics as well. It was great for a couple of interviews I done. Also, the other thing I decided I'm going to do with this, because I've lifted all these points up again, is I'm going to make each one of these sections sidings in insulated sections. So at a future date, if I want to do block protection, there will be separate blocks. All right, for OBS. It's something I was going to consider using, because now I've got a better PC up here for doing it on. But once it's like I've got so much to do here, you know, lay the track, figure out where the webcams are going, wire them in, build the layout. It's just, you know, the old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Right, just going to use the Dremel a minute, so it'll get a little bit noisy for a minute, guys. There you go. Okay, Valerie, I'll catch you later. Yeah, I only came on to do a test. I'm just going to do this little bit of track laying, and then I'll knock it off. It's just so long as I got these lines running for tonight, so we can have something running. So this is what I like to do, is remove the chairs off the first sleeper instead of cutting the sleeper away and then having to go and put it back in. Just cut the chairs away so you could slide the fish plates underneath. Where did I put that point? So I'm not, because these are the run through, I'm not putting these into blocks. Maybe I should. You know, I suppose it won't do any harm to put an insulated fish plate on it. It's not going to make much difference. See, every bit of track has got a wire. It's all live anyway, so. Hi Andy, how's it going? Yes, I did have a bit of a trim. You'll see the video I done at the weekend off of the show I was at compared to now. It is a massive difference. Yeah, because after watching back the videos I'd done, I looked at it and I went, wow, I really do need a haircut. I don't think I've had my hair that long in years. Put that on there, am I putting this on here? High and tight, yeah. I'll tell you what, feels a bit cooler today. Right, so let's mark where I need to drill. There for the droppers. There for the green. All the blades in the middle. Right, noise again, guys. Yeah, it's blue skies here as well. It's a nice day in Donegal. It's been very warm the past couple of days. Like the attic here is, even the sunshine in the attic's been kept very cool. But as soon as I open up the trap door, the heat comes up here. And last night it was up to about 19 degrees in here last night, which is just a bit on the warm side for me. At the moment it's showing about 15 degrees. Oh, you got an NIR loco, did you, Valerie? Yeah, it is. It is so much easier getting a separate drill. I mean, I picked this one up because if you've got the little drills, you have all the batteries. So I picked, I think, this one up. It was about 30 euros. You can just drill and screw with it. It's got no hammer action on it, so it's not a heavy use drill, but for doing this sort of thing, it's fantastic. Oh, what's going on? There's a cardboard box underneath I've drilled into. Right, checking now that the throw is over the hole. That's looking good. Right, a bit of hammering. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. Jumping ahead of myself here to try and put this piece in. Jason, the train freak, how you doing, sir? What time of day is it with you? You must be having your breakfast, are you? Well, good morning, Jason. How are you? Dave Swinders Junction, how you doing? Just got to work and eating a couple of donuts. Right, so got the bit straight here. I've pushed the fish plates right on, so I should be able to just drop it in and slide the fish plates across. There we go. That's that in. I'm just going to put a pin in that just to hold it in place. Right, I'll boot up the computer and run something over it and see if it shorts out or crashes or jumps off the track. I'll help it short out, and I suppose I better move the laptop. No, I didn't go near that point. I've been sorting out the points down this end. But that was the next thing I was going to tackle. Right, I'll let that boot up. So there, I want the frog to be connected to the black. Because these aren't wired in yet with switches or anything. I just hardwire the frog in for just one direction of running. Right, that's clear. No, the flight was on time, Valerie. So we went left there. We went and had done a bit of shopping. We bought some sandwiches. And we drove down to the harbour. And we had our little picnic there. And we watched the boats come in. And watched the planes come in at the same time. And we just chilled out for a while, went for a walk. And then we went to the airport and picked her up. No, what I use, Jason, is a bolt, which is the end of it is sort of countersunk a bit. So it means I can hammer them in and it doesn't pinch the rails. Works really well. So I don't know if you can see the end there, but it's slightly sort of countersunk. So it means it doesn't hammer it tight in. So you don't get that pinching. So I've got my small little hammer I picked up somewhere. Just the initial tap to get it in and then that to drive it home. Right, let's see if the computer's finished booting up. Right, I'll let Railmaster boot up now. It takes a couple of minutes. Okay, Andy, go enjoy your weeding. So I'll be back on later. This is just a test stream, just to some setting changes I made to my mics, make sure everything was working okay. Can anybody hear my breathing? So when I'm quiet, because that's why I changed the settings for. Because to say in the videos I'd done over the weekend, you can really hear me breathing on it. Sound like Darth Vader. So what's the story with the whirlwind, Jason? Yeah, well, if you watch my video that's out tomorrow, you'll be able to hear the breathing sounds, even though I did try to use the noise reduction on it in the software to remove it. It's removed it a little bit, but I sound like an asthmatic. I just finished booting up. Let's put on the 47 and see. That's not good. Lights haven't come on the 47, so does that mean there's no power? You know what? Probably because I put in that insulating fish plate. I've now insulated that section. Oh, nasty. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Jason. That's nasty. Was there much damage done around the area? Oh, wow. I'll have to look that up. Do they normally stay on the ground for that long? 32 miles? I always thought they sort of touched down and went a couple of miles and disappeared. Well, not disappeared, but I'll just jab my finger. What was the time? 5 miles or less. Wow. Do you have a basement or a storm shelter or anything, Jason, that you can take refuge in? We get nothing like that here in Ireland. Like occasionally they get a very weak tornado might come out of a thunderstorm or whatever, but it's the sort of thing that might knock over your wheelie bin. I'm glad you're all right, Jason. It must be absolutely terrifying for you and your family. I can't imagine what that is. Do you get warnings on the TV and over your phone? Do you have like a tornado siren goes off in the area? Not sure how it works. Only time I've seen this is on the movies. Well, that's good, I suppose. Modern technology has its uses at times. But, yeah, I can't imagine. Like the worst we get over here is like red warnings when there's a storm coming through. A storm can last maybe 12 hours before it blows through. But we don't get anything with that sort of sudden damaging. That's going to, rip your house off your foundations and take you away with it. I suppose we're exposed to the northwest Atlantic here in Donegal, and we're used to storms coming through, and we have everything pinned down. Not that would help if a tornado wicks through the area. Right, Railmaster is having a fit as usual. It's saying the D-link isn't there. I don't know why it does this. Every so often it'll have a Figari. No, usually the hurricanes are pretty weak when they come over. They would just be, it wouldn't even be a tropical storm level. We did have one Ophelia a few years ago, which made it around up here. And I think by the time I got here, it was like a Category 1 tropical storm. It was fairly weak. I know the southwest of Ireland was pretty devastated by it. There was a lot of damage done down there, trees down, brought down power lines and that sort of thing. But by the time it got up here, it wasn't too bad. In fact, I think I've told this story before about my daughter. She was, of course, it was all over the news. Take cover, Ophelia's coming, red warnings. School was closed, transport was shut down, and she was really scared about it. And she was looking out the window, and I said, she was like, when's the storm getting here? And I said, it's here. That's it outside. That's the wind and rain. And she just went, but that looks like a normal day in Donegal. I went, yeah, pretty much. It's like how we tell it's summer in Donegal, the rain's a little bit warmer. But saying that, the sun's out today, so we're probably having our few days of summer now here in the middle of April. So we'll have to get the barbecue out, do all those summer things, get to the beach before it goes pear-shaped again. Oh. That's going to crash. Does it stop? Will it stop? Will it stop? No, it didn't stop in time. Of course, remember last week I changed the locos around, didn't I? For the point. I forgot that. So when I sent it forward, it actually went in reverse. All right, it's gone over that point. Okay. Oh, that lovely derailing sound. I think that's where it... Right. Let's get the 37 moving. See, that goes over the points. Right, we'll let those run around for a little while, make sure those points are okay. And then I'll go up the other end and tackle the other point. Run everyone else off. Thank you very much, Victory Works. Yeah, I'm just doing, I normally do my live stream 7:30 in the evening, UK, Ireland time on a Thursday, but I was doing some testing with my mics and that, so I'm just doing an impromptu stream at the moment just to make sure everything's working okay for tonight. Thanks for the compliment. I'm glad you're enjoying the bits and pieces I do. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Yeah, it seems to be going all right. Just what I did here, Jason, is I had the point was back here coming straight off the curve. It wasn't giving any problem, but I thought in the future it probably will. So I wanted to have a straight coming off the curve before going into the points or switches. So I'm just going to let them go over a few times just to see if there's any issues. And then I've got a point up to the other end I'm going to swap out because it was giving me nothing but bother last week. So I'm going to swap that out with another point and just see if that cures all the derailing problems I was having. Yeah, you just need to have a bit of straight coming into the throat just to get things straightened up before then it goes through. You know, I want to make sure this is all right and working because obviously this is the storage section that's going to be below the scenic layer. So get it right now where it's open and you can work on it, because it'd be a lot harder to work on it when you've got another baseboard 10 inches above it. It's making that satisfying clickety-clack sound as it goes over the join. There's a little gap, which I leave for expansion, just a small gap. So sound's still coming through all right then, guys. That's good. I'll leave it on that level. Well, the straight piece I got there is probably about 8 inches. What I'll do is, because these are twin mics, is I'll actually put the other mic on and stick it down by the track. See if it picks up the clickety-clack a bit louder. You notice the lights are flickering a bit. It's because at the moment I don't have, every piece of track's got droppers on it, but they're not joined up to the bus yet, so it's sort of relying on the fish plates at the moment. Right, I might call it a day there, chaps. I think this test has gone on long enough. It was only going to be 10 minutes just to check everything. It's almost 50 minutes now. So thanks for dropping in for this short test. I'll be back on later on at 7:30. So if any of you are around then, I'll speak to you all then. Okay, thanks, Jason. Thanks, Victory Works, and anybody else out there. I'll hopefully see you all later, guys. Bye for now.